A piercing scream rattled the hollow corridors of the old Woodhaven estate. Lucie Harper jolted awake in bed, clutching at her blankets, heart pounding so hard she could feel it behind her eyes. The single lamp on her nightstand revealed the sweat glistening on her arms, the sticky sheen of terror. She was in her room, the threadbare rug at the foot of the bed, the faded wallpaper with a repeating pattern of roses, safe. And yet the shriek still echoed in her eardrums. She closed her eyes, trying to slow her ragged breathing. The dream had been especially vivid tonight, or rather, the nightmare. She'd been standing in the center of a decayed house that seemed both familiar, and alien shadows shifted along the walls, shapes formed of the blackest ink. They whispered, though she couldn't understand the words, and from their midst rose a single figure. It had no face, yet it stared straight at her with a terrible kind of hunger. In the dream, the figure reached out a hand, its fingers twitching as though testing them for the first time. Then came the scream that tore the silence apart. That was when Lucie woke, heart hammering, mouth dry. Another dream, she murmured to no one, pressing the tips of her fingers into her temples. She'd only been in Woodhaven for a week, having come to handle the estate left behind by her recently deceased grandmother, Margaret Harper. It was an old mansion at the outskirts of a small town named Vale's End, a drab place, often overcast, and rumored to have a sad, if not tragic, past. Lucie had arrived hoping to sort through her grandmother's affairs quickly, put the house up for sale and move on. Yet with each passing day, something tugged at her to stay. Each dusk seemed to stretch longer than normal, each night a swirl of disquieting dreams. She felt as if the estate had awakened after years of slumber, and it was watching her. She sat up, pulled on a thin robe and stepped out of bed. The corridor lights were off, but a faint glow from the moon caught through the tall windows, illuminating swirling dust motes in the stale air. Her feet pressed softly into the worn carpet as she wandered to the staircase. On the walls, old portraits of Harper ancestors peered down from their frames, their expressions dour and ghostly in the half-dark. Lucie had tried to ignore them, but she always felt their stares at her back. She descended to the ground floor. The hush of the house felt oppressive, as though it were a living being holding its breath. The far end of the hallway was a door that led into the library.